The story of Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha, is a fascinating tale of spiritual discovery, enlightenment, and compassion. Born into a royal family in ancient India, Siddhartha's journey to becoming the Buddha began with a search for the meaning of life and ended with the realization of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. In this video we will explore the story of Siddhartha Gautama and how he became the Buddha. Siddhartha Gautama was born in Lumbini, a small town in present-day Nepal, in the year 563 BC. His father, Suddhodana, was the ruler of the Shakya clan, and his mother, Queen Maya, died 7 days after his birth. As a result, Siddhartha was raised by his aunt, Mahapachpati Gautami. From a young age, Siddhartha was a curious child, always asking questions and seeking knowledge. He was also a gifted athlete and warrior, trained in the arts of archery, swordsmanship, and horse riding. Despite his privileged upbringing, Siddhartha was not content with the life of luxury and privilege that was expected of him. He wanted to know more about the world beyond the palace walls. When Siddhartha was 29 years old, he left the palace for the first time and encountered the four sights. The first sight he saw was an old man, feeble and bent over, struggling to walk. The second was a sick man, writhing in pain and suffering. The third was a corpse, lying lifeless on the ground. The fourth sight was a holy man, a wandering ascetic, who had renounced all worldly possessions in search of spiritual enlightenment. These four sights had a profound impact on Siddhartha. He realized that old age, sickness, and death were inevitable, and that wealth and power could not protect him from these realities. He also saw that the ascetic, who had renounced all worldly possessions, had a peace and serenity that he had never experienced before. He realized that he too wanted to find this peace and meaning in life. Siddhartha returned to the palace, but he could not forget the four sights. He began to question his life of luxury and privilege and started to seek answers to the questions that had been haunting him since he saw the ascetic. He felt a strong urge to renounce his life as a prince and become an ascetic himself. One night, Siddhartha decided to leave the palace secretly, leaving behind his wife and newborn son. He cut off his hair, donned the robes of an ascetic, and set out into the forest to find a teacher who could show him the path to enlightenment. For 6 years, Siddhartha wandered from place to place, seeking the knowledge and wisdom that would lead him to enlightenment. He studied with various teachers and practiced extreme asceticism, subjecting his body to extreme hardship and deprivation. However, despite his efforts, Siddhartha remained unfulfilled. He realized that neither the life of luxury and privilege nor the life of extreme asceticism could provide him with the answers he sought. He understood that he had to find a middle way between the two, a path that would lead him to enlightenment. The Bodhi tree. Siddhartha eventually found a place to meditate under a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, in present-day India. There, he resolved not to move from his spot until he had found the answers he sought. For 6 days and 6 nights, he meditated deeply, facing temptations and distractions that tried to pull him away from his goal of enlightenment. However, he remained focused and determined, and on the 7th day, he finally attained enlightenment. Siddhartha had realized the 4 noble truths: that suffering exists in the world, that suffering arises from craving and attachment, that suffering can be overcome, and that the Eightfold Path is the way to overcome suffering. He had achieved the state of nirvana, a state of liberation from suffering and rebirth. After attaining enlightenment, Siddhartha became known as the Buddha, which means the awakened one. He spent the rest of his life traveling across India, teaching his insights and wisdom to anyone who would listen. He preached the 4 noble truths and the Eightfold Path, emphasizing the importance of living a virtuous life, practicing mindfulness, and cultivating compassion. The Buddha's teachings attracted a wide following, including both laypeople and monastics. He established a community of monks and nuns, known as the Sangha, who lived together and devoted their lives to practicing and spreading the teachings of the Buddha. The Buddha's teachings had a profound impact on the world, shaping the course of history and inspiring countless individuals to seek enlightenment and compassion. His teachings spread across Asia, and today, Buddhism is one of the world's major religions, with millions of followers around the world. The Buddha's legacy also includes his emphasis on non-violence and compassion. He taught that all beings are interconnected and that we should strive to alleviate the suffering of others. His teachings on compassion and empathy continue to inspire individuals and communities to work towards a more peaceful and just world. The story of Siddhartha Gautama's journey to becoming the Buddha is a remarkable tale of spiritual discovery, perseverance, and compassion. From his privileged upbringing as a prince to his search for enlightenment as an ascetic, Siddhartha's story teaches us about the importance of questioning, seeking knowledge, and finding a middle way in life. Through his teachings, the Buddha taught us about the importance of living a virtuous life, practicing mindfulness, and cultivating compassion for all beings. His legacy continues to inspire countless individuals and communities around the world to work towards a more peaceful and just world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next one.